Good morning. My name is Heidi Stenebaugh.
And I'm Marilyn Blackall. And we're your gathering companions for today. We welcome you to SSUC, where we are spiritual seekers united in community. Welcome to those who join us for the first time in a while, online by live stream and weekly web videos. And welcome to those who are part of our circle on a regular basis. Today, we really are united in community, as we are led jointly by us here in Edmonton and by our friends in our satellite community in Saskatoon. Chris is joining them from St. Andrew's College this morning on the campus of the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon. And we will not be seeing them this morning, and they won't be seeing us. Oh, apparently now we're good. Wow. And we are going to hear each other. And we aren't going to see each other. They'll see us. We won't see them.
All are welcome here. All ages, all sizes, all colors, all cultures, all abilities, all genders, all sexualities, all religions, many or none, all types, all people. We open ourselves and commit together to creating a place where we're all welcome and all belong. As we enter into this time together, we invite us to be here with our whole selves, with the wisdom of our experience, the wisdom of story, the wisdom we speak and sing, and the wisdom that comes from our connections together. May we be reminded here of our highest aspirations, inspired to bring our many and unique gifts of love, compassion, and justice to our humanity. And may we all share and find wisdom for our living among us today.
Good morning from Saskatoon.
Good morning. Good morning.
We're thrilled to join you live this morning, and I'm so grateful to all of the people here gathered in Saskatoon. I know the people live at home can see us, and the folks that are in the building in Edmonton cannot, and I apologize about that. But so many thanks to those that are making today possible. Our companions, Heidi and Marilyn, to the massive work of our tech team, to all that will take part today in the drama and the music and the connection this morning in both places that makes it possible to connect. We're so grateful, so thank you. For a few weeks, we've been exploring the wisdom of the theme, encouraging us to see our spiritual journeys as moving from who we are to who we would like to be. This is the daily work of our living. It's always the work of our living to move us from where we are to where we see ourselves. This is also a time to acknowledge and celebrate the unique giftedness and how we come together stronger for working together in community. And that's the focus of our time together today. So with the help of Teresa and Kate here in Saskatoon, let's acknowledge the land together and light our community candles.
Good morning. My name is Teresa Jones, and I'm Kate Hoyer, part of the SSUC Saskatoon community. So what is it to honor the land? To acknowledge traditional territory is to recognize a much longer history that reaches beyond colonization and the establishment of European colonies. To acknowledge traditional territory is to honor this land's significance for Indigenous and Métis peoples who lived and continue to live upon this land. Peoples whose practices and spiritualities are tied to this land and continue to develop in relationship to the land and its other inhabitants today. So we acknowledge that here in Saskatoon and in Edmonton, we meet on Treaty 6 territory. We honor this treaty relationship and the learning it can bring for all of us. We light this candle as a reminder that we are all lights in the world. When we learn who we truly are, when we awaken to the awe and wonder of this world and of our own existence, including our place in the midst of it all, we may then see ourselves right in the world. As it's been attributed to a wise teacher 2,000 years ago, Jesus said, we are all a light we seek to discover and allow to shine. May this candle remind us of our power and our strength, our willingness to guide the world. In the cool of the morning sunlight, when the mountains calls my name, I can tell by the song of the whispering trees I will never be the same. In the cool of the morning sunlight, when the prairie calls my name, I can tell by the song of the whispering trees, I will never be the same. In the cool of the morning sunlight, when the river calls my name, I can tell by the song of the whispering trees, I will never be the same. In the cool of the morning sunlight, when creation calls my name, I can tell by the song of the whispering trees, I will never be the same. Never be the same.
Well, we have a very exciting time for all ages today, as you may be able to tell by all of the extra music stands. We've got a great, oh, you're already here. That's so awesome. So we'd like to invite anyone who is young or young at heart to come enjoy the story and invite all of our participants to come up as well.
Peach, can you put that on? Will you put that onto your script, please? I need to take that. Just put it onto. The day the crayons quit. No, red.
Words written by Drew Daylight. Drew Daylight.
Pictures drawn.
And colored by
Oliver Jeffers.
One day, Duncan opened his crayon box and instead of crayons, found 12 envelopes addressed to
Duncan. Duncan. It's me, Red Crayon, and we have to talk.
Hey, Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon, and we have to talk. Talk? With crayons?
Duncan, you're making me tired. All this crayoning, I mean, there's the fire engines and the apples and the cherries and don't get me wrong, I like the work, but there's so much. And on holidays, all those Santas and all those, but Valentine's Day, you've got all those hearts. You're breaking me up. And nobody likes broken crayons, right? Duncan, I'm tired.
Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. Overworked? Give me a break. Dear Duncan, Purple Crayon here. Listen here. Is my crayon trying to tell me what to do? I don't think so.
I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, cool dragons, butterflies, and bruises and wizard's hats, but it makes me crazy that so much is outside the lines. I'm a mess. If you don't start coloring inside the lines more, I'm gonna have a meltdown. I'll be nothing but a purple puddle of wax. I'm feeling very uneasy right now.
Your friendly neighborhood neat freak, Purple Crayon. Uneasy. Give me a break. Dear Duncan, pay attention. What is happening? Colors don't get to dictate to the colorer.
I'm sick and tired of being called light brown and dark tan. I'm beige. I'm neither of those. I'm proud of being beige. And another thing, it's not fair that brown crayon gets all the bears, the ponies, the tree trunks, baseball gloves, and shoes, and all the chocolates. The only thing I get are sand, dead leaves, people's skin, and which is doubly wrong because there's all sorts of colors of skin. And if I'm lucky, dried wheat. Duncan, be honest. When was the last time wheat got you excited? Never, ever, ever, ever. I'm feeling very unhappy right now.
Your sad friend, Beige Crayon. Sad? This has to be a joke. Okay, who's the prankster? Is it you? How about you? Did you do this? You? You? Who did it? Are you the one who wrote this? Oh, I'm sorry. Duncan, Gray Crayon speaking. I need you to open your ears and listen to me with an open mind. That's a bit aggressive.
I know you love elephants. And I also know elephants are usually gray and big, right?
Yep.
So that's a lot of space to color all by myself. And don't even get me started on rhinos, hippos, humpback whales. I'm completely wasted. Couldn't you try something smaller once in a while? A baby penguin, robots, mice, kittens. Even a few pebbles would be a relief. I'm feeling very burned out right now.
Your exhausted friend, Gray Crayon. Burned out? Exhausted? Please. Dear Duncan, you use me sometimes, but why do you even bother? Uh-oh, this doesn't look good.
Usually, I'm the same color as the page you're coloring, plain white. And I didn't have a black outline. You wouldn't know I was there. You know what really sucks? I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only good for snow, clouds, ghosts, teeth, and Grandma and Grandpa's hair. Sometimes you don't use me at all, leaving empty space around all the colorful colors. Duncan, I'm feeling empty, pointless, and a bunch of other feelings, as invisible as I am. Why do I even exist?
Your unappreciated friend, White Crayon. Sounds like White really needs to talk to somebody. I'm not a counselor or anything. I'm just like a kid who likes to color in colors. Duncan, I'll get straight to the point.
I hate only being used to outline stuff that you color in with others. It's not fair.
Not fair. I use black first every time. And if that...
But for example, after you use me to draw a beach ball, you fill it in with something flashier, like red or purple. What have you got against me?
Nothing. Black is beautiful.
How about a black beach ball for once? Well, a night sky, purple people, black dogs, and a black grand piano. Burnt marshmallows. Is it too much to ask to be in and not just outside all the fun? I'm feeling very empty right now.
Your friend on the outside looking in, Black Crayon. Seriously, who in their right mind would want to color burnt marshmallows or a black grand piano? Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't supposed to go there. No. Hey there, Duncan, it's Green Crayon. First, let me tell you how much I like all the crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs you let me color. I have no problems. Finally, a crayon that isn't whining or complaining.
Except yellow crayon and orange crayon are no longer speaking to each other. Each thinks they should be the sun. Please settle this soon, because they're driving the rest of us crazy with all their complaining. They never stop. I'm feeling very desperate right now.
Your frazzled friend, Green Crayon. The last thing I need is crayons fighting, like the Edmonton Oilers. Sorry. Darling Duncan, yellow crayon here. Darling, ew.
I need you to tell Orange Crayon once and for all that I am the color of the sun. I would tell them myself again, but we are no longer speaking, as you already heard from the tattletale Green Crayon.
Haven't they learned anything in school yet? Like sharing and cooperating?
I'm right, and Orange is wrong. Last Tuesday, you chose me for the sun in your Happy Farm coloring book, but later you chose Orange. I'm actually feeling very jealous, almost green with envy, which is not a good color on me. Please fix this, Duncan. I'm begging you. I can't take another day of Orange's bragging.
Your best pal and the true color of the sun, yellow crayon. Jealous crayons. Bragging? Now I've heard everything. I was leaving too soon. Yo, Duncan. Yo. I see Yellow Crayon has already talked to you, the big whiner.
Could you please tell Yellow they are not the only possible color of the sun? I would, but as you've already heard, we're no longer speaking to each other.
I wish they weren't speaking to me, too.
Orange suns are brighter and bolder and therefore the best. That's why last Thursday you chose me for the Monkey Island and Meet the Zookeeper pages in your day at the zoo coloring book. I was just perfect after Yellow's dismal performance in your Happy Farm coloring book earlier in the week. Can't you make up your mind already? I'm feeling very angry right now.
The true and should be only color of the sun, orange crayon. I've just about had it with these crayons. Maybe I should try something different, like switch to pencil crayons or maybe felt pens.
No!
Hiya, Duncan. It's me, Blue Crayon. How's it going? How do you think it's going? This is like my worst nightmare.
Well, enough small talk. Before I say what I need to say, I want to say it's been great being your favorite color. It's truly been a privilege I'll never, never forget.
Good news at last.
I've really enjoyed all the oceans, the lakes, the rivers, the berries, the blue robin's eggs, the raindrops, clear skies. In fact, I've enjoyed them so much that there's almost none of me left to hold on to. Sorry, buddy, but it's time to replace me. I'm feeling very depleted right now. It's just going to get worse.
Replace you? How could I replace Blue? Your tiny, teensy tiny BFF Blue Crayon. Best friends forever. Duncan, I'm sorry to hear about Blue. Anyways, this is a good chance to remind you that I am ready, willing, and able to step in immediately. How could Pink step in for Blue?
I'd love to be your favorite, but there's no way that'll happen, right? You've never colored with me, not even once. I think you think pink's a girl's color, right?
Duh. Blue is for boys, pink is for girls, right?
Speaking of girls, please thank your little sister for coloring with me in her little princess coloring book.
Pink says thanks.
Oh, back to us. You think you're so creative, don't you? But you never use your imagination ever. Color a dinosaur or a monster or a motorcycle? Pink? No. Ever add an exploding pink bubble gum bubble? No. Not even a pink t-shirt. And everybody wears those now. Your prejudice is against pink, Duncan.
Pink is an equal opportunity color. I'm feeling very disappointed in you right now. Your ignored, abandoned friend, Pink Crayon. Friend is in italics. Pink might be right about this. I'm not very outside the box about my color choices. Oh, paper cut. Duncan, remember me? Peach Crayon? Ring any bells? Thought you'd like to know everything is not at all peachy for me right now. And it's all your fault. My fault? Why? What did I do now?
Duncan, why did you peel off my paper tube? I can't leave the crayon box without everyone laughing at me. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school without undies? Haven't you got anything to cover me up? A fig leaf, masking tape, Kleenex, even a single sheet of toilet paper would be better than being so naked. Duncan, I'm feeling very vulnerable right now.
your overexposed, shy, naked as the day I was born friend, Peach Crayon. Poor Peach. Poor everyone. They're really rather off color right now. It seems like I'm to blame. I just want to color sometimes, but how can I when they're so upset? Maybe I should show them how much I like them all of them, because they're different and important and special. Color with each of them equally. Make more out-of-the-box choices. That would make me more creative too. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking about how my color choices affect all of you. That was wrong of me. I'm really sorry. Thanks for telling me how you feel. From now on, I promise to color with you, and be even more creative together. Better than ever. Yay! Are you with me? Will you give me one more chance?
Yes.
Okay, let's do something more creative today. Just one second. Are you ready to color? I can't hear you. Are you ready to color?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing our story with us. And we have some crayons for you. And Ariana and Daisy are at the back and ready to take some time and use your coloring.
Everybody come and help themselves.
And creativity today.
Here in Edmonton and with Christopher in Saskatoon, embrace your inner artist after the gathering by coloring for a few minutes at one of the tables. You can see them around.
Welcome, sweetheart.
Where will the crayons lead you?
You're welcome. If you're online, color and email a picture to info@smsuc.com by Tuesday. We'll mash everything together in one big poster, The Colors of Our Lives, for viewing next Sunday. Oh, sorry, little person. You're welcome. See you later for some do-it-yourself art.
And a big thank you to Pam, Duncan, and all of the crayons for such a great story today. Thank you. And as Deb said, Daisy and Ariane are waiting for you in Kids Spirit if you'd like to go.
Sharing in common the things that inspire, leaving behind the old conflicts and dire. Humanity, mystery, connection, and worth, each one of our atoms related by birth. United in wonder, united in men living compassionate ways, seeking just peace and the dawn of new days. Together as family, respecting all kin, the risk of the venture is ours to begin. United in wonder, united in care, united in honesty, truth. United in being, we sing a love song, you work for the good of the earth. Growing, expensive and free, finding an openness to see. Spirit power to welcome all, a fresh beginning and change us all. United in wonder, united in care, united in honesty, truth. United in being, we sing a love song to work for the good of the
We're still thinking of you, Saskatoon, even if we can't see you. Just a few announcements this morning. An invitation for a dinner and games night for singles, couples, and families on Friday night, the 21st, at 6 p.m. We also have a newcomers lunch next Sunday following the gathering, and we ask that you RSVP in the foyer or by contacting Ainsley in the office. We celebrate the life of Mika Wharton on Sunday, April 30th at 2 p.m. Mika was a long-standing member of this congregation. Among other things, she shared her musical talents with us by playing for gatherings, by singing in the choir, and by accompanying the Silvertones choir. So everyone is invited to this celebration of life for Mika on Sunday, April 30th at 2 p.m., and it will be in person or online. And then a reminder that adults and children are invited to find a table at the back following the gathering and color.
This is a wisdom reading from the first letter to the Corinthians chapter. Your body has many parts, limbs, organs, cells. No matter how many parts, you're still one body. Old labels used are no longer useful. You need something larger. Indeed, the body, remember, but what you would say because I'm not onto the body, that is less of the body. And if you were to say because I am not belong to the body, that would not make it any less. The whole body were an eye. If the whole body were hearing, there would be business. If all were a single member, the body, as it is, there are many. The eye cannot face the hand, nor yet the head or feet. When it's a part of the whole body, whether the part is visible, or cold, higher, or lower, give it dignity without comparison. Our bodies are in our lives together as every part dependent on the parts we mention, the parts we see, and the parts we see. If one part hurts, every other, and in keep. If one part flourishes, enters into the exuberance. These are words from May we find wisdom. In the splendor of this moment, here I am with you. There you are, in the splendor of this moment, here I am with you. There you are, in the splendor of this moment, here I am with you. There you are, in the splendor of this moment, here I am with you.
I'm not preempting Chris. I'm going to share with you the wisdom reading. So this is a wisdom reading from the first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12. Your body has many parts, limbs, organs, cells. But no matter how many parts you can name, you're still one body. The old labels we once used to identify ourselves are no longer useful. We need something larger, more comprehensive. Indeed, the body does not consist of one member, but of many. If the foot were to say, because I am not a hand, I do not belong to the body, that would not make it any less a part of the body. And if the ear were to say, because I am not an eye, I do not belong to the body, that would not make it any less a part of the body. If the whole body were an eye, where would hearing be? If the whole body were hearing, where would the sense of smell be? If all were a single member, where would the body be? As it is, there are many members, yet one body. The eye cannot say to the hand, I have no need of you, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. When it's a part of your own body you are concerned with, it makes no difference whether the part is visible or clothed, higher or lower. You give it dignity and honor just as it is, without comparisons. Our bodies are a model for understanding our lives together as a church. Every part dependent on every other part. The parts we mention and the parts we don't. The parts we see and the parts we don't. If one part hurts, every other part is involved in the hurt and in the healing. If one part flourishes, every other part enters into the exuberance. These are words from the Christian tradition passed down from the 1st century. And wisdom for our living.
We understood from Chris this morning that if there were technical difficulties, that he would play a recorded message. So hopefully that's what we're going to see.
When parents are asked what they want to see for their children when they're grown, the most common response is, well, to raise healthy, independent, well-adjusted children. Why wouldn't we want to raise independent children? It means they'll grow up to make their own decisions, achieve their own successes and failures, hopefully more of the former, and build their own meaningful and fulfilling lives. But as a parent of now adult children who are healthy, independent, well-adjusted, in my opinion, my heart as a dad says, to hell with healthy independence. I don't want them to leave. Illogical. But seriously, there is a downside to parents raising independent children. Because if we're not careful, we become people who believe we don't need anything or anyone but ourselves. And the risk is that we end up with a population who goes it alone, who take solo missions, who find it hard to connect, in real life or digitally. Being a human being in community where the play between independence and interdependence engages in a beautiful little dance, that's more difficult. It means knowing we need help sometimes. It means being courageous enough to ask for help sometimes. It means knowing we can help each other out, and that to be human is to know that we need each other. Long time ago, Bob Merrill and Jewel Stein wrote a song for the 1964 Broadway musical Funny Girl that Barbra Streisand sang. And the first verse goes like this. People who need people, are the luckiest people in the world. We're children needing other children, and yet letting our grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children than children. To be human is to recognize that we need each other, and depending on who we are, our upbringing, our temperament, our variously different lives and experiences, either quite easy or quite difficult. So I, for one, when I have a question about where to find something or want recommendations about food or getting something fixed or whatever the case, my first instinct is to research by myself. I get on the old internet, I research, I come up with an answer. I'm always shocked to learn, it seems like over and over again, I don't learn quickly, I guess, that people older or younger than me just put this need out there. On social media, in groups, just throwing it out in conversation with friends, with total strangers. Hey, I need this. Anyone know anything? That is just not my go-to. That does not occur to me unless someone says, hey, Chris, you know people, why don't you ask them? Oh yeah. I do forget that all the time. We are our own unique colors of crayon, but we live in a box full of all sorts of other crayons. It's beautiful that the early Jesus movement compared community to the human body, that each part is necessary. If foot said, I'm not elegant like hand, all embellished with rings, I guess I don't belong to this body. If ear said, I'm not beautiful like eye, transparent and expressive, I don't deserve a place on the head. If the body was like that, we wouldn't just remove that one part from the body. If the body was all eye, how could it hear? If it was all ear, how could it smell? We're each significant, and yet we each need each other. Every one of us interdependent on every other and with every other. If one suffers, we all suffer. If one is honored, we all celebrate together. So when it comes to building and strengthening connection, we each are immensely powerful. I'm going to say that again. When it comes to building and strengthening connections, we each are immensely powerful. That's hard for us to hear, but we all have the power to offer connection and community to others. Built on this image of the body, that we're all necessary, that we can't just chop off one and be the same, that we can't all be the same voice and have the same function, but that we're all part of something that looks after one another and ensures that no one has to go it alone. This story asks us to think long and hard about our giftedness. What are the things that, because of who you are, your experiences, your successes, your failures, your education, your work, your interests, and your passions, how does all of that make you uniquely positioned to offer wisdom, to bring connection, to do good, to help yourself and others recognize and become their own best selves, their own becoming selves? How are you that valuable part of the body? And when we recognize that we're a valuable part of that functioning body, a full and colorful box of crayons, then we want to help create that connection with each other, to invite others into that kind of world, to ensure that everyone has that kind of community in their lives, no matter what that community is. Could be our families, our group of friends, our coworkers, our spiritual community. What I'm saying is that each of you is unique, and each of you provides a color that's needed in the art that can be created with each other. And speaking about this community, we need you just as you are and just as you're becoming. In the middle of a life that's messy and complicated, we can't wait until the perfect time to live the life that we want to be, or to start working on the person that we wish to be. We can't wait until life is simpler, because it never will be. There's always more things. And if we wait, it'll be too late. We can't wait until we have more money, because there will always be more things to spend it on. And we'll just wait until it's too late. To invest what we have so that it creates a life worthy of our highest humanity. Those are the vows of the spiritual journey. It's to do the best we can with what we have. To lean on each other when we are hurt and help when we're well. So why wouldn't we use our time to be a part of that? Why wouldn't we use the work we do or did for a living to be a part of that? Why wouldn't the honoring of who we've become and the beauty of ourselves be part of that? Why wouldn't the time we spend as volunteers and leaders in our communities be part of that? Why wouldn't the way we share our story, our legacy, and the way our life concludes even to be part of that? Why wouldn't where we spend our money and the stories of our household budgets be part of that? Why wouldn't the quality of our love and our closest relationships be part of that? To be connected, to be community, to be unique, and yet in need of the uniqueness of each other. All we can do is continue utilizing who we are in our work of becoming and relying on each other to make us even better. May we live into each day as we give the world the gift of our truest selves. And in the process, create something beautiful. May it be so in so many ways.
Let's strengthen our intentions to live in ways that move us ever closer to our values and to the people we are becoming. At the core of our being, we know and experience the need to relate to one another. Our souls long for community and communion, and we gather with each other to seek it out. Let's open ourselves to the possibilities to which our hearts call us. May we see each other as unique and yet one. May we see the differences between us and all that we share in common. Take courage in the ways we strengthen and encourage one another to be and live our highest values. Let's open ourselves to the possibilities to which our hearts, souls, and minds call us. As light into light, may it be so.
As always, we take the light of who we are and let it shine in the world. Let's take the wisdom we've shared today, found in words, music, story, song, and connection, and allow it to live through us this week.